Alright, I'm going to try to make this video, everyone. I'm still sick, as you can tell. Um, so I wanted to talk how, about something that annoys me. Something that annoys me with a lot of the talk online about masculinity. I've noticed that there's a lot of advice given to men, but a lot of it seems to presume that there's just one way to be a man, or that masculinity is just this narrow sort of thing. But I find it annoying. What made me think of this is that I remember a while back I was surfing on YouTube and I got recommended a video called, I think it was called something like "Stop Praying for a Wife." I thought, well, it's interesting. I've been praying for a wife for a long time. So this guy who's apparently a Christian of some sort, he's he's like one of these gym bro types, and he says, you know, if you're gonna get a wife, you got to stop praying for a wife. He's like, so what should you do? Well, first, go to the gym, get big muscles. And I'm rolling my eyes like, yeah, another one of these guys. It's like, it just got me thinking how I'm tired of this, like, idea that the key to everything is just lift, bro. Go to the gym and get buff, and that's going to solve all your problems. And yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to disparage physical fitness, because as men, I think we should, take care of our bodies and all that. I'm not saying that that's bad, but, you know, I'm not a gym bro. I don't want to be a gym bro. I don't, I have other things in my life that are more important to me than getting big muscles. I mean, I do push-ups, I do a little bit of exercise, I try to take care of myself, but I don't think, I don't have the desire to spend all my days in the gym, because that's just not my idea of, that's just not what interests me. And if you do, that's great. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that's not me. But what I really wanted to talk about is that a lot of this sort of advice, this just lift bro stuff, it kind of has this, it treats masculinity like it's this kind of one size fits all deal. And clearly that's not the case, because if you look at any society that's ever risen above the hunter gatherer level, you'll see that they tend to have different classes of men. You have things like the warrior class, the priestly class, the aristocratic class, or the merchant class, etc. Like you can see these kind of class structures in all kinds of societies that actually made it to some level of complexity. They recognize that it takes all kind of men to run a society. So not every guy is going to be a part of the warrior class. And I remember reading a blog post or an article about this whole model years ago, and they say, we think of these archetypes like, the jocks picking on the nerds in high school. It says that's really just the warrior class beating up on the priestly class, which is a funny way to put it. but but yeah, I guess just so many guys out there giving advice to men. I think they have this mentality of like, you've probably heard the saying that when you're a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. That's kind of what it is. So if you're a natural member of the warrior class, then you're going to assume that the answer to everything is just more physical fitness. But that's not true. I mean, I think that, for me, I think I'm more of an intellectual guy. I'm more of a, that's always been kind of my forte. So that's why I'm putting out these videos, even because I want to put my ideas out into the world, and maybe they'll resonate with somebody. We'll see. Yeah, as of now, my YouTube channel hasn't exactly taken off, but that's to be expected since it's still pretty new. So yeah, I guess I don't know if in that sort of traditional class society, I don't know where I'd fit in. Maybe I'd be the priestly class. Maybe I'd be I don't know. My job is more of a, like I said, I do a blue collar job. I don't know if that's like a, I don't know where that would fit in. Maybe I'd be a farmer or something. It was still an agriculturally based society. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've always viewed my mind as my greatest tool, and that's why I've always tried to keep my mind sharp. I've always tried to use my brain as much as I can, and it's one reason why I don't really drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. I don't. I've never really done any of those things. I've never done drugs at all. Alcohol, never actually had a drink, though I've consumed alcohol in small quantities and various things, but wasn't always intentionally. But well, again, I don't drink. That's I'm overcomplicating this explanation. So yeah, I guess that's just. I think there's a lot of different ways to be a man. There's a lot of different things you can do that are masculine in their own way, and again, not in any way trying to discourage men from being physically fit. I'm just saying, stop listening to these guys who tell you that you got to get huge muscles if you ever want a woman, or you got to that the only way to be attractive is if you're a gym bro. Like, I don't buy that. And I think lived experience bears that out for most people, because there's a lot of men out there who are not gym bro types who have girlfriends and wives. So it's yeah, it's just kind of a ridiculous proposition. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this. So talk to you later.